There's a place on Earth so vast that the human mind struggles to fully grasp it. This place is South America's Amazon, not just the world's largest rainforest, but a system so complex it feels like a world unto itself. Today we're taking you through aspects of the Amazon you may never have heard before. Its forest, its river, and secrets that have only recently come to light. Let's start with its sheer scale. The Amazon rainforest spans 6 South American countries: Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, and beyond. Its total area covers 5.5 million square kilometers, so vast that the entire United Kingdom could fit inside it several times over. If you measure it along its border, that boundary alone stretches 9,500 kilometers, roughly the distance you'd cover, making several trips between Karachi and Islamabad. The strangest thing about this forest is that it keeps us alive. Of all the oxygen we breathe worldwide, 20% comes from the Amazon alone. This forest takes in our carbon dioxide and gives back pure oxygen in return. It's essentially the planet's largest set of lungs. Rain is the soul of this forest. Barely a week goes by all year without rainfall here, and the canopy is so dense that when rain falls, it takes a full 10 minutes just to reach the ground. Because of this density, darkness lingers on the forest floor even during the day, since sunlight can barely break through the treetops. This is exactly why such extraordinary biodiversity exists here, found nowhere else on Earth. 40,000 plant species, over 1,300 bird species, more than 3,000 fish species, and over 2.5 million different insect species. This is why the Amazon is called the world's largest biodiversity hotspot. But this beauty carries dangerous secrets too. The Green Anaconda, growing up to 30 feet long and weighing around 100 kilograms, can swallow prey far larger than itself in a single motion. Then there's the glass frog, whose skin is so transparent you can clearly see its beating heart, lungs, and intestines right through its body. And the bullet ant, just 4 centimeters long, but its sting causes pain as intense as being shot, lasting a full 24 hours. Now let's talk about the lifeblood of this forest, the Amazon River. Scientists don't consider it just a river. They call it an entire planet. It's a river that changes both its name and its color. Where it's born in the Andes Mountains, it's known as the Apurimac. Over its course, it changes names 4 times, and when it reaches Manaus, a striking sight unfolds. Muddy brown water flows in from one side, while the dark black waters of the Rio Negro flow in from the other. These two don't mix for hundreds of kilometers, behaving almost like oil and water, because their temperature and density differ so much. Only once they finally merge does the river become what we know as the Amazon. You can gauge its power from this. The Amazon River discharges roughly 29,000 cubic meters of water into the ocean every single second, more than the next 7 largest rivers combined. During the rainy season, its width can stretch to 48 kilometers in places, so wide that you can't even see the opposite bank. That's why locals call it the River Sea. And early explorers who arrived here genuinely believed it wasn't a river at all, but an ocean. There's an interesting debate here too, which is the world's longest river, the Nile or the Amazon. Textbooks have traditionally listed the Nile as longer, at roughly 6,650 kilometers, compared to the Amazon's 6,400 kilometers. But when satellite mapping traced the Amazon back to its true source in the Andes, some studies put its length at 6,800 to 7,000 kilometers, longer than the Nile. This debate continues today, but in terms of volume and drainage area, there's no doubt the Amazon is the world's largest river. The Amazon River basin is so expansive that it could fit 8 countries the size of Pakistan or 2 the size of India, complete with their own rivers. That's also why, to this day, no bridge has ever been built across it. Its influence doesn't stop at land. Where it empties into the Atlantic Ocean, the salt content of the seawater drops noticeably for a great distance. In earlier times, sailors would draw fresh drinking water far from shore, because the Amazon's outflow sweetened that stretch of ocean. Some researchers even trace the river's origins back to the ancient supercontinent Gondwana, when Africa and South America were still joined together millions of years ago. Back then, the river flowed westward. But once the continents split apart and the Andes Mountains began forming, its path was blocked, redirecting it toward the Atlantic. And yes, a small-scale version of the river flowing backward can still be witnessed today, a phenomenon called the poroka. When high tide sends a 4-meter wave crashing into the Amazon's delta, the river's current is forced to reverse direction for a while. Surfers from around the world travel here every September and March to ride this wave, riding it for kilometers upstream into the river itself. The most astonishing discovery came in 2011, when Brazilian scientists found another ghost river flowing 4 kilometers beneath the Amazon, named the Rio Hamza, after lead researcher Dr. Valia Hamza. This isn't a conventional flowing river, but a slow underground seepage of groundwater, traveling in the same direction directly beneath the Amazon. Remarkably, Hamza's width has been recorded at 200 to 400 kilometers, even wider than the Amazon itself, though its flow is astonishingly slow, moving at just millimeters per second. Scientists drilled over 241 boreholes and placed sensors to detect and confirm this silent flow beneath the surface. The Amazon has also revealed creatures from its past that would terrify anyone alive today. In a coal mine in Colombia, scientists unearthed a 15-meter-long spine belonging to Titanoboa, a massive prehistoric snake weighing over a ton, capable of swallowing crocodiles whole. This creature lived during the age of dinosaurs and is thankfully now extinct.